Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and more I'm with Thando. Wacha,
Sibiya.
is it still Sibiya?
Yes, it's still Sibiya from Shako, moved down to Sibiya, then I bought into the touch. into Ttvutton. Yeah.
And currently from where?
I was born in the US in California.
Currently here.
Oh, currently.
From here
I'm
in
from
City Con.
Ttvutton and Ttvutton in City Con. That's where I
Exactly.
currently reside. Yeah.
That's nice. Um, yeah. So we've known each other for how long now?
It's been roughly 15 years.
15.
Yeah.
Ish, that's a long time.
That's a very long time.
So we grew up together.
We can say we grew up together. Actually, it was love at first sight. I was like, this nigga, I'm not gay by the way. I was just being in love at first sight on a friendship level. I was like, I can't let go of this nigga. Like when I came across you for the first time, you were a dancer. And I was like, this is what I need to teach other people how we got on with this life. Plus, I had another group of people in Crystal Park that I really needed to introduce to these people so that these people can know how the world operates in a way. So, I, from the first group I was introduced to this group that I'm living with now. But when I noticed that there's something missing in this group, I needed that group to come and help fix this group. So I brought both groups together. Before that, there's another group that I brought those groups with together. So that everybody can work on this chain that was helping me to get here because I was ready to give up.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. When were you born?
I was born
And
in
where were you born?
okay. I was born in 1986. Even though my ID says 88, I'll explain why my ID
You were
says
born in 1986.
California State, LA.
California.
Yeah.
But why is it that I don't know that you were born in California? That's new information to me.
It's new information to you because we only met in 2004. No, 2004. Understand? Before that, I was not here.
Well, okay, but how did you keep that information from me? Why is it that I do not know?
You don't know this information because at the time whereby we met, I had another group that I was living and playing with as a child. That when I arrived on this site, I needed their help to come and help these ones on this side to know how we live because school was in the in thing here. And the group I was with, where I come from, those guys have already been taught, they already know how to learn. Plus, they went to school on their own. So I needed those guys to come and assist these guys and show them that this is how we live, this is how we live. If you remember very well, when I took you to Crystal Park, there was a big difference between Crystal Park and where we are right now. When we arrived here, it was still city con, whereby it was still houses. The only house that was extended was my house. You understand what I'm saying? And the location that we lived in, it was being flooded by people from all over Africa. So much that new areas like Albertina, Makubeni, and East came to be. Whereby they are sitting on what is land which was supposed to be one house land, like this one house land that we have here. So you don't know I come from the US because it's not something that I shouted out, but everybody else knew about it. And that's what the older gang, because they hung out with my mother, because they hung out with my brother, they hung out with my sisters who were older than me. And that's how they came to find out that.
So all my friends know that you are from the US. What's our celebrity? For like he house everyone knows.
Take Nhlakanipo out of the picture. Nhlakanipo is my friend that I introduced to everybody you just knew. I grew up with Nhlakanipo from Crystal Park. Him and I only spent about 5 years. That was between 1998 up until 2004.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we were in the same class. We we were in the same school.
Same class, Crystal Primer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, so you met him from primary. That's why even
That's why
after primary in high school,
yeah, I was able to say, guys,
you connected
I
us.
am now living in City Hall and I'm facing a big problem because I'm the only one speaking English in the States at the time.
Yeah.
If you remember very well. And they certainly said to me, there's no life. If I don't teach these guys how life exists around us, then them not going anywhere actually gets me stuck.
Okay.
So I needed Kaganiko and them to come and join us here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that they could see how Kaganiko and them live, talk, breathe, dress, and mimic that.
Yeah.
And sort of like build a life for themselves using that.
Okay. So you were born in the US,
yes. California.
California.
Sure, yes.
1986.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happened after that? What happened in 1988, 1989,
Okay.
and onwards? Yeah.
Okay, I was born in 86,
Yes.
whereby my dad, my grandmother, Afeni, my mother, Junior, my grandmother, Ms. Floho, was still with us in the US.
Yes.
At the time. 86 when I was born, my father was still a teenager himself. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so you were living with who? Your father?
My father, my mother,
Yes.
both my grandmothers,
Okay.
and also existing at the time was everybody I left back home.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So migrating to South Africa, I never really got the full clip of why I came to South Africa.
Okay, so you were born 1986. Then you spent what? Is it 4 years in the United States?
I spent about 4 years in the US.
Yeah.
Then 1990 I was in South Africa.
Okay. So you went to school. That's
I went to
kindergarten.
I went to kindergarten.
Yeah.
What they call kindergarten, which is more super than primary school, because a normal kindergartner comes out with the knowledge that a matriculant has. Just being in kindergarten.
Yes.
Hence, you find school in the US just to finish matric is like 6 months. And in South Africa, to finish matric is like a full year. And before that, what I had in kindergarten, South Africa needs 15 years from primary school up until end of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you spent about 4 years somewhere then.
Yeah.
Then you come to South Africa.
I came to South Africa.
What year was that?
That was 1990. Currently, there was a big construction happening. Remember, Ttvutton was built in 1955. That was already put and established in place by whatever construction company that had come to South Africa to put Ttvutton in place. And once Ttvutton was in place, because our parents are learning that side, because we come from a society whereby books help us live the life that we are living and also grow existing life that is available right now.
Yeah.
Why? Because after I have a child, I want to educate them so that what we have right now could continue. If I do not educate them, then what we have right now goes down, like Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Sudan, Maputo, Namibia, all the countries above South Africa that the British had colonized, because there's not so much learning in those countries. All that beauty that was given to them, they were able to vandalize it again. And then flood in South Africa to try and vandalize this again. But by then, a lot of Americans were in South Africa, so there was a big stop, there was a war, and then apartheid was introduced into the picture, whereby black people and white people met and in the arena of fighting just so they could be ordered.
So, oh, why did you come to South Africa?
Okay, I was brought to South Africa. One,
Exactly.
I came in as a visitor first.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Second, my family had a construction going on this side in Crystal Park, Cape Town, also some properties here owned by family.
Okay. So, your father was into construction.
My father was into education.
Mm.
So education is big. It doesn't mean because I have a degree in music that I'm going to be a musician my whole life. You'll find that after 5 years after being a musician, I continued to study, then I became an architect.
Mm.
So then, because of the skill that I have as an architect, I was able to tour this property. But now I have this and I need to do something about it. So what do? I find space for it. One, finding space is finding people. Remember, in US is a nice, beautiful place where people got money. Our economy is much bigger. It's in dollars. You understand what I'm saying? At a time whereby people are flying around with private jets, and the war is common to all mankind. You understand what I'm saying? So, with the knowledge that my dad had at the time, yeah, him and his friends were like, let's find land to like
Develop.
develop,
Yeah.
establish, and turn into an existing government. So they found South Africa.
Okay. So, your father is responsible for maybe like constructing what Davidson,
Crystal Park.
Crystal Park,
Yeah.
little bit, maybe Whiteville.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Also other places in KZN like Morningside, KZN,
Yeah.
and also Cape Town. Also another Morningside in Cape Town.
Okay.
That's not the only places that were developed. I mean, like the greater Africa, like Namibia, what is this, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Maputo, all of those existing places above South Africa. There are other constructions that took place that I myself has never been to.
Okay. So you come to South Africa, 1990.
Yeah.
Where did you live?
Okay. Immediately when I came this side, my grandmothers were both in the Black Panther political party.
Okay, the
So
Black Panther from America.
Black Panther from the United States. Yes.
Yeah, the one Black Conscious Movement or something. Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay.
So they didn't just come alone, they came with large numbers of Americans this side. So why they all came this side was so that we could teach the little that we got this side, like the people, the good people that we came across this side, we could teach and help them code and help them live, because
in terms of education, conscientization,
consciousness, property. Property is really important.
Yeah.
You understand? Davidson was built in 1955. Without Davidson in place, there was nothing else in place. So Black Panther came down to South Africa, and they came down with the church, two churches to be exact.
Which ones?
Which was two groups. It was Lutheran and also Baptist Church.
Or Lutheran Church and the Baptist Church.
Lutheran, by Lutheran, black and white. You find old ladies wearing black and white hair. That's Lutheran. That's the Black Panther Church, and also it's a church that was established by people who were sitting in Congress with Martin Luther King. Yeah, so that was introduced to South Africa. They didn't just arrive and say, "Hey, we are Lutheran." Then they arrived with construction of churches. Built a Lutheran place. They built one in Ttvutton, Davidson. They built one in Soweto. They built one. You understand what I'm saying? So all of those people are people who had currencies in place that they had calculated and said, yes, we'll use this finance to build that property so that we can continue our existence as Lutheran.
Yeah.
The second group that we came with were people who own Baptist Church. They also did the same thing. All of these people were either all sitting together in high school, college, universities, and also back home.
Hmm. Okay, so it was not only your family that came, but you came with a
A
whole
large
another
number.
community.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
whole larger community. Remember, I'm from the United States. When I say United, I really mean United. You understand? It's black people, it's white people, it's Indian people, it's Asian people, it's Chinese people who were born in the US. You understand?
Yes.
Because they are born in the US, it doesn't uh, give them a place where they are officially from. Like the Asians, if they go to Asia, they'll never be accepted in Asia because they were born in the United States. Those are two different people.
Yes.
If you, as Daniel Mosala, are born in South Africa and have a child in the United States of America, then your child is not South African. Your child is American. You will never be accepted in this life because of so much that people do not understand.
Okay. So your father is American.
Yeah.
What about your mom?
My mother is South African.
Okay.
I know that they met in the US.
Or they met in the US.
Yeah.
What was your mother doing that side?
Okay, my mother and my grandmother, maybe Sotoko, they left South Africa because this place was filled up with hunger, man. Why? So they needed a better place. They didn't fly into the US. They arrived there by boat. And when you, how can I put it? The same way that Africans are flooding into South Africa is the same way that South Africans abandoned South Africa and said, we're going to seek
A better life
for a better life
in the US.
And when they came across my grandmother and my father side and other people side, everybody was interested, wanting to know where you from. Understand?
Yeah.
Clothes, food, all of those things. So there are photos. I'll try and look for some of the photos because some are thrown away. Understand? There are photos in place. My grandmother and my mother in the US and also here in South Africa with my father. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny, you even asked me who my father is.
All I know that he's from
United States. But let's leave it there for now. Yeah, let's leave it there for now.
Sure.
Everybody else knows that.
No, I never knew this information. It's amazing.
Look, uh, as we grow up, you at least expect that the teachers that are put in place will at least teach us, you, students, and everybody else something. But then you find that the teaching system was entered by a whole lot of stupid people who never actually taught people much.
Yeah.
Most people that I know are learned because they wanted to. And that's how we got something.
Yes.
Because even if I can take you and put you in class right now with the teacher teaching you ABC, meanwhile, when you busy with hieroglyph, pointing and easy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Those are two different aspects of education. One you know and one you don't know. You understand? And if the person teaching you doesn't actually push themselves enough to know all of these things, then you'll only know that a hand has one thing when it actually has five. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 1990, you learned here.
1990.
Yeah.
I learned Mzansi.
Yes.
Private jet. Switch 92 pack type vibes.
But why was it private jet?
It was private jet because Kempton Park was
I mean, you have black people. Yeah.
Yeah, black people, black rich people. It's not necessarily black rich people. It's transport that we were able to afford and pay, but also it became human aid. I don't know if you were around the 90s when you used to witness soldiers coming down from the US with parachutes. Do you know that time?
No.
Where were you around then?
I'm not sure. Probably.
We're talking 1990 to 1995.
Maybe can look Titan.
Titan.
Yeah.
So you
like a Titan of school.
So you are American. You are in my space. If you are living there. Is your father home?
Yes.
Then he still got a lot to explain to you. Because if you are living there, you are just like me. Those homes, Scotty and Titan.
Yeah.
That's Davidson. That's not Tin Shack Hub. That's a proper established home.
Yeah.
Understand? With roads outside.
Exactly.
And also mom and pop stores placed all over the whole neighborhood. As a, or how can I put it? As something that serves to tell you that, yeah, whatever happened here is very serious. Because people from here will never put that in place. It takes people who really want to do that, people who are educated, people who pushed them far, themselves that far.
To construct these communities.
Yeah. It doesn't just take anybody. Take somebody who's very learned and somebody who wants change. How this change came was when the humanitarian aid was being brought to South Africa. It was to come and see where my mother and my grandmother and all of these other people that have migrated from South Africa to the US, where are they coming from?
Yeah.
And why did they arrive this hungry? So US formed a scheme. Hey, this is our chance to actually
explore
new lands, make it go, make it happen, plus help whatever people that they came from and just give them a life. So humanitarian aid was brought to SA. Jets flying in, soldiers dropping food from the sky, soldiers dropping from the sky in parachutes.
Yeah.
Understand? To come and check out this empty land that was here. It wasn't necessarily that empty because Johannesburg had already been put in place.
Okay. 1990, you land here. Where do you go? Which places do you explore within South Africa?
Okay, the first person I was introduced to being here, I don't know if you know Winnie Madikizela Mandela.
Where is that place?
No, she's human.
Yeah.
Winnie Mandela.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
The wife of Mandela.
The wife of Mandela.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually the real president of South Africa at the time. Because she fought for this democracy.
Oh, while her husband
Mandela
was
in jail. So Mandela just came into place while Winnie Mandela had already done everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winnie Mandela used to live with my grandmother and mother and everything. In fact, that's where she ran.
With your grandmother?
Yeah.
Doing what with it? Not didn't know.
This is a very political woman.
You are so important.
It's not about me being important. It's about why we're here. Why we came here. When we arrived here, people didn't know nothing yet. Teach them something. How to exist, otherwise they were going to put themselves out.
And also how to fight the apartheid system.
Well, there's still a lot that can be said about that. Apartheid was put in place in South Africa. It's not something that was existing. That's why when Mandela came into the picture, apartheid was gone. Just like that. It wasn't the bad, I'm going to war. You try that shit in the US, they'll fucking flush you out. But yeah, no. Apartheid is a system that was put in place in order to teach people how to coexist and how to live. And also, we must remember a lot of beauty.
Yeah? Go, guy.
Mosala.
Yes.
Pause there.
Hello, guys. Daniel Marumo. We are back again. We are from an ad break. And I'm here sitting with Thando.
Yeah, what's happening?
Sibiya.
Yes, what's what? Yeah. 1 million rand question.
Yeah, you were telling me about your grandmother and her relationship with Winnie Madikizela Mandela.
Okay, so in the time whereby Winnie Madikizela Mandela was fighting for liberation in South Africa, it's all because the greater Africa was flooding down at the time whereby all the people that I was explaining right now were coming, plus the guys from Europe, the British, and all of that. Those are the guys that colonized South Africa. They put Benoni in place, they put Jimistin in place, they put Springs in place, they put Boksburg in place, they put, let me see, all of this line heading to Johannesburg using the train, they put it in place and the train. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was a lot of Africans coming into South Africa. So now it became a big fight. Here we have people who are fixing this land that we have,
Yeah.
and here we have people who are destroying this thing. So how are we?
Who were fixing and who was destroying?
Okay, every white person that was noted as being evil for apartheid and all of that were fighting against all of these people who are just coming down and destroying all of this infrastructure that they were putting in place. So that's how apartheid came into the picture. Now, you must remember one thing. We don't want to get something wrong. South Africa has its own white people, which is the Boer. You understand? They were on some language tip. Why people were fighting in 1976? They were fighting because the Boer wanted Africans for everyone. The British were fixing it. The Boer sort of used what the British have and tried to use that against the black people. You understand? You must remember here the fight is not about what was being brought here. The fight between apartheid and black people was because the white people in South Africa just wanted Afrikaans as a middle language. And that's all. And that was the big fight of 1976. If we can
That's
see,
how it blew up.
that's how it blew up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
On the one side, Winnie Madikizela Mandela is very smart, very intelligent. She knew everything that was happening while Madiba was arrested for whatever he was arrested for. You understand what I'm saying? So, in that time, she herself had to run from her own black people. So, when she ran from her people, she came straight to Davidson, whereby she found my grandmother and my mother, and they were able to give her a place to live for a number of years, or for some time up until the apartheid government could actually decide what they wanted to do. But she didn't just run because of the apartheid government. She also ran because there was another fellow called Stumpy or something. He was in the government, or he was a spy, or he was something.
Yeah.
But whatever happened between Stumpy, Winnie Madikizela Mandela, and the entourage that Winnie Madikizela Mandela had was what placed Winnie Madikizela Mandela in the grandmother's kitchen.
Oh, I remember Winnie Madikizela Mandela. She used to stay with a whole lot of people because she was helping the community around her.
Yeah.
And she was feeding them, doing a lot of good work in the community.
Let's focus on Gauteng, because Gauteng was entered. Gauteng is a very beautiful place that began to become destroyed once everybody came to Gauteng. Because not everybody wanted the greater aspect of Africa and South Africa to be fixed and made beautiful the way it was. But after the real white man said, "Now we give up," that's when everybody now wanted to flood Gauteng.
Okay.
And the problem we're facing is that in Gauteng, education is now on, beauty is now on, property is now on. And in other provinces, it doesn't exist the way it exists in Gauteng. So what then happens? All of these people from all of these provinces want to push to Gauteng. And that's when education started coming back down, 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 and down. But because South Africa has a lot of people like the British and the Americans and Asians put in place, then that's when you find their cars coming in. So we have to educate ourselves. Plus, I was there to also educate whatever group I was there. There are other teams, people broke out who helped to do what I was doing in this community. Everywhere else.
Okay. So 1990, you came here to South Africa.
Came to South Africa
with your family and some whole another community.
Yeah.
Including the Black Panther.
Yeah, still a baby at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you explored parts of South Africa.
Cape Town.
Ttvutton, Cape Town.
Maputo.
Yeah.
Maputo is South African land. What happened was because all of these African guys are pushing down when they found out about Johannesburg. So now they start taking land. They start taking land because yes, there was a system that pushes them back.
Yes.
But now, then, the stupid existing government says it's apartheid. Apartheid. Meanwhile, they don't have an existing. Once they start chasing white people out, they didn't have something to put in place to actually protect the beauty that these guys came with. And that's
Yeah.
how you see lost.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you spent how long in South Africa when you came when you were young, about 4 or 5 years old?
Okay, 1990 I came to South Africa, and then I left again in 1990.
Okay, so okay, you
Yeah.
spent
So it was kindergarten for me.
a few months here.
Let's say maybe I spent about 6 to 7 months here, and then moved back home to the US. It was
You moved back to California.
back to California,
Okay.
and also Miami. You understand?
Moved back. Did you move back with the community you came with, or
Okay,
with only your family?
some of the community that I came with had already moved back. Besides apartheid, there was an even bigger fight. Now you must remember, all these people came here with their money to establish all of this in place. But then you find that there's a government that really doesn't have the necessary equipped education in place to protect this place. So when the Greater Africa pushes down, vandalism then came to the picture. So some of these guys gave up and said, "Fuck, use my money for nothing."
Yeah,
So
I'm going back home.
Going back home.
Eish.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then,
so it means vandalism has been there from way back.
For years and years. Now you must remember how does vandalism come into the place?
How?
When somebody knows nothing.
Uneducated. Yeah.
All they can ever do is mess up, vandalize, rape, crime. A sewer pipe can burst here. Most people will even eat in front of it.
Ish.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? Because there's no education. You understand?
Yeah.
So when these guys push back, other guys come in. That's when education comes into the picture. In '86, the team that was sitting with Mandela down was advising Mandela to advise people. Education is the way forward. Education is the way forward. Can't have people lingering with empty minds around here. Otherwise, all of this is for nothing.
Yeah.
It all comes down.
Okay. Then you go back to America. What happens?
In the US,
you go back to school?
It was back to school for me. It was back to kindergarten and something else. Plus, I have a life that I had as a actor, as a baby. So
an actor?
Yeah, an actor.
As a child?
As a child.
You an actor? For sure, this thing started way back, this acting thing.
Way back. Before Google hit South Africa.
Yeah.
Google was already in the world.
So you are telling me you used to perform dramas at school, you were acting?
Yeah, very active.
Yeah.
I had a very active life before coming to South Africa. I cried when I came to South Africa because I noticed that everything that I had back home not exist here.
Yo. So you downgraded?
I downgraded.
Hey.
But now I couldn't give up on myself.
Yeah.
And not giving up on myself introduced me to teaching people. That's how we live. This is what we do when we arrived here. People didn't know the toothbrush.
Yeah.
I had to teach them it's a toothbrush. How do you teach somebody to live an existing life?
Yeah.
You first start by teaching them how to clean. Once I teach you, because I found you here like this.
Yeah.
You understand? But once I'm here with you and I see that if I don't actually teach you how I live back home, you and I won't get far.
Exactly.
I'll always be subjected to what you are up until I give up the belief. So when I came this side, the little that my family and I could do, like Davidson, is teach people how to clean. Once I teach you how to clean, you learn that. Oh, we don't live in empty place.
Exactly. You don't litter. Anywhere and do however
so you start
like.
Cleaning every day. So that was the first thing I introduced to you.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Next to godliness.
Yes.
Second thing I introduced to you is a book. So now you see me with this book. I start reading these letters in this book. Now you want to know me, really?
Yeah.
Okay, there is a thing coming here. So now I'm going to teach you two things.
Yes.
Plus, everything else that my parents and the greater community that came here taught everybody how to type, how to paint, how to do just by living in Davidson alone.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
A lot of people who came to Davidson learned about. You understand? I mean, like, Davidson is the only neighborhood in the whole of Africa that has Chevy Impalas, Chevy 98 as a taxi. Until today, you never fixed that car. And it's a very expensive car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 1990, you go back home, you go back to school in America. Ne?
Yeah.
You said you were doing
Child
acting
as well. Yeah. That really comes from inside the school, yeah, as well.
So you are doing it at a school level.
Yeah, at a school level, just like National School of Arts. Do you know a school called National School of Arts here in SA? ERSA.
ERSA.
Yeah. Yeah, I know ERSA. They teach music there.
And
but
drama.
There's also and drama. But there's National School of Arts in Bamfontein.
Okay, yeah. Oh, National School. Yeah.
Arts in Bamfontein.
Okay.
So what Bamfontein did is it had teachers from NATO countries, from Europe, from the US. We taught children drama, everything about entertainment. So I was dished up in an establishment like that.
Okay.
So from that being in place, that's how I was able to have an acting career.
Acting career in America?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because that's where it began.
But there's a difference between playing the drama while you were young at school and a career. What do you mean career?
Well, I call it a career because it's getting me paid. There's a drama at school because it's a sketch. There's a teacher there that wants children to show the greater audience that this is acting, so he'll mimic something like Shakespeare. Thou art thy war. You see, that action is different from and the arts of war. You understand what I'm saying? Arts of war, it's career.
Yeah.
The art of war is a play. It's two different things. This one is teaching, this one is working. You understand? So I was working.
Working?
That's why
so you got paid?
Yeah.
Money, dollars.
Dollars. You can't work for free in the US, man. US, if you go to the US, you can't make rich. That's why dreams come true, man.
Well, what was your biggest project while you were busy acting there?
My biggest project while I was busy acting is a project that was stolen from me. I don't even remember it. Because as a child, being a child actor is something that I was introduced to from just being in the school. You understand? I was learning this, so this is what I was doing. Everybody else was doing it. You understand what I'm saying? And that also requires parents who are put in place, your parents, to actually continue that existence for you. If you are going to school and at home you're sitting with a parent that didn't go to school, chances are in 10 years' time you'll be sitting at home doing nothing.
So your biggest project as an actor in America, what was it?
No, I can't say I had a big project in America. I had a start-up project, and because I had to move to South Africa, that was the end of the project. I had to come and start this life whereby I came this side, and my friends and I started IS for life.
So you were, who did you act with?
I can't really mention people's names. I was a child when I left the place. But after the productions I made, it's like 3 to 4 productions that I was in.
3 to 4?
3 to 4 productions. After that,
do I know any of them?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what, Little Rascals, you know Little Rascals?
Little Rascals.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
Okay, that's gonna be.
Because I know something that has to do with cartoons.
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you were involved, you were in a movie, acting in a movie.
Yeah.
Where can I find that movie?
Oh, I don't Google.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Little
Rascals.
Oh, spelling little then
Little.
then
Rascals RUSCLE.
RUSCLE.
Yes.
Little Rascals.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the movie about?
It's about very naughty kids, but who
Mm.
were able to teach the communities, like this one,
Yeah.
how to live life. Basically, the movie was made to teach kids how to become existing grown-ups. I can put it like that. Because if kids watch that, then outside, that's the activity. They want to mimic what they see on TV.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
outside.
Yeah. So they were developing the community using television.
Understand? Yeah, televisions arrived in '86. There was already a television in South Africa.
Yeah.
I understand what I'm saying.
Okay. Which famous actor did you act with?
I can't mention any names there. Remember those movies that we shot back then were from people I was with then. Everything else that came after was what I was watching while I was here.
Yeah.
So I can't say I was with this person. That person was probably behind the scenes as an older individual. I don't know. I was a kid. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody is important in the US. It's not like here in South Africa where the old ones think that the real ones were.
I remember Whoopi Goldberg came to South Africa and acted with Mosala and everyone.
She also exists on Little Rascals.
Yeah? She's there.
She's there.
So it means somehow, somewhere you guys you met, you've been with her somehow, somewhere. Yeah. Because you were acting in the same movie.
In the same set. We met on the same set. I can say that.
But Sarafina, they came after.
They came after.
Yo.
I understand. Why did they come? Winnie Madikizela Mandela.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you did for South Africa. And for South Africans to just turn their backs against their like that for one guy that they wanted to put in place when she already did everything.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying? She won for the country. I'm not discrediting what Nelson Mandela did. No, exactly. I have a song out on Nelson Mandela.
Yo, a powerful one.
A powerful one.
Yo.
I understand Nelson Mandela because of the education that he's got and because he was able to say to people, education is a way of life. I understand him. But I can't discredit what Winnie Madikizela Mandela had already established in place.
Exactly, man. I'm looking for that song, yeah.
Mandela 100.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Yeah. I can not. What's the song about? What's happening?
Let me tell you how the song came about.
Yes.
So I was visiting. What is this? Ghetto Rap Records.
Don't leave money now.
Yeah.
I was looking for a record company. And one of the famous the record company.
Yeah.
Downstairs, right? And she was like, can you make us a Mandela song? And I was like, okay, give me a couple of hours. So I left for her for came across DJ Love and I was like, hey, that's just right for me to Mandela song right now. Give it beat for me. Yeah, I was like, let me get into the groove.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while I was recording the song, there was something missing about the song. So, Nandi Lenkosi, which is the female who's singing in the song right now, she just walked in the studio, enjoyed the song without even asking me to be in the song. She just joined me in the booth and she started singing.
Wow.
And that's how the song came about.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the song sings, can you explain it? What are you saying about?
Okay. Basically, they wanted a Mandela song, right? But it's not about Mandela for me, it's about South Africa. So I had to put down everything that I see happening around me. I talk about living the African dream. Living the African dream is seeing you driving your car, seeing you in your house, seeing you wearing all of these nice things, cash in your pocket, got a nice looking car. That's shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's living the South African dream. That's what I explained here. You understand? I explained the powers of the class of 1976. Understand? Those guys echoed their voices in the streets, marching for a language. They died for a language. The greater side of life was that so that they can have this life that we live.
Yeah.
And that's why those people died. But it's not everybody who died. I'm saying the people who died in that era, the ones who they died to they wanted to stop something. Life without education will never live up to the need. This is things that makes literature. And it's that exact literature that makes us do things like this. If you don't know them, you'll never do it. If you don't learn about them, they'll never exist. Them not existing, they'll never happen. Also, that's what I'm explaining.
Let's listen to the lyrics now. Keep quiet and listen loud. Yeah, you can play. Yeah. Anyway.
Nelson Mandela, the celebration is still from the birth to a gift. I had voices echoing, I'm under waiting, peace, columns marching. Class of 76, your efforts are cost, but that's why we live in this free. Reality is, something is the place to be. Pretty incredible, plus the whole world out here. Everybody's on their own thing, coming to chase it. Nationwide, we are live, I see beautiful faces. Possibilities are endless, Matiba magic. A lifetime of greatness to Matiba's legacy. A song will read and have a reason to believe that together we win as we walk in unity. Live on, you achieve the dream. I see a lot of people living an African dream. Live on, you achieve the dream. I see a lot of people living an African dream. Long live my dream. Long live my dream. Long live my dream. Actually, I have to say don't live Matiba because he's the excellent there's so much better stand against for him, but there's so much better stand with him. So a lot of education came from just giving Mandela in place. But I cannot discredit Mandela Mandela because he really did his job. I'm not saying this because she was next to him. We were one guy and the whole community surrounded when Mandela was making this speech, I was interested. And they were the like the speech was making.
You are there?
I was there.
Yeah,
I was really interested.
Yeah.
And you know who else was there? Cyril Ramaphosa. He had an outfit. That time.
That's a lot.
Is he a sellout?
Yeah.
He's a millionaire. He's a billionaire.
He's a sellout.
He's not making things happen.
Ah, he's corrupt now.
Nah, not corrupt. You know what he is? His education. You know why you're saying what you're saying? Because people who are uneducated and who didn't want South Africa to be educated then started becoming those type of things. If I can ask you today, explain why he's in Mosala.
Pala pala.
That's his property.
Yeah.
Talk about something. Talk about something. I'm gonna say, yeah,
you
white people left because of this. White people, apartheid. US dollars. That is money, man. So I got US dollars. So what does that make me a pala franchise?
You must declare. I the money has to be at the bank. You're not supposed to carry a lot of cash.
Look, man. Look. At the end of the day, President Cyril Ramaphosa started living how South Africans are living without any care. Why? Because if you and I today say that we're gonna own a school, and then somewhere along the line, once we start making the paving, you then come up with new friends that wanna remove this paving. What then happens if I'm alone? I'm gonna leave the paving as it is and carry on with something close to the paving. That's how the Palapala saga comes into the picture. That's his property.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that man, it's his money. In fact, we're happy people got arrested because he actually lost money there. Somebody stole from him. Isn't it so?
Exactly.
So if you're gonna accuse a president about something, be sure about what you're gonna say. Understand what I'm saying? You need to really point it out. He did this. Because you find that some of the things that are happening in his presidency are happening because people behind him aren't so educated. Why do you think we live in a South Africa like this? You understand what I'm saying? By now, it's 2024. I'm expecting South Africa to look like Miami, California, Chicago, New York City. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, Texas. But no, the reality of it all is that that's not happening.
Okay. 1990, you go back to America. You continue school, acting, and whatever. Then what? What happened? Afterwards,
let's fast forward from 1990 to 5 years later, 1995.
Wait. And I still say something is toilet the way it's in thing.
Okay, let me push you from 1990 to 1994.
1990, ne?
Yeah.
I get it means 91, 92,
93, and then let's hit the brakes. 1994.
And you are still in America.
Yeah. 1994, I'm packing my bags to come to South Africa. Because why? There's a whole lot happening. My father has something that he owns this side. He has to come and take care of it.
Of something that he owns this side.
Yeah. But now.
Oh, you come back with who? Your family, another community.
Well, my mother and father initially leave me in the US.
Yeah, they come this side.
They come this side to come and finish whatever is happening here via construction. And also putting government in place. Helping the existing government that was really that tiny and trying making it something big. You understand what I'm saying? So 1990, I'm in class, it's school, it's acting, it's play life, it's a game that was created in the street. It's a whole lot that's happening. Up until 1994 comes into the picture. Remember Mandela in 86, he was released out of prison and placed in some establishment next to Robben Island in Cape Town. Understand what I'm saying? So from 86 up until 84, he was in hiding. While Mandela was doing all the work. Understand what I'm saying? So 1994 comes into the picture. ANC votes Mandela as president. Why? Because Mandela is more learned than anybody else.
Yeah.
He was a lawyer when he got arrested. And he was counted as a terrorist. Why? Because his voice was powerful and he was the only one amongst several Ramaphosa and who else can I put? I can put the Mutsipes because they billionaires. South Africa does not belong to black people alone, it also belongs to white people. So there are other billionaires that I know in South Africa who are from South Africa.
Yes.
Who now live in other countries. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, 1994.
Mm-hmm.
You come back to South Africa from the United States.
From the United States.
Yeah.
1995, I was here. 1994, I was
here,
picking my bags.
Here, where?
Davidson.
Davidson?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Moki Street to be exact.
Oh, Moki Street.
Moki Street to be exact. You know where Kumalo shop is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they named it Kumalo shop.
Yeah, just wanna say Uncle Highway. Yeah. Oh, Moki Street. Oh, okay. Grandmother, father, mother, what?
In my house, I'm with my cousins. My mother.
Kids,
when I arrived in South Africa, my mother was in the US. My father was in the US.
So you came with who here?
I was brought here. I came here with my grandmother.
Your grandmother? Yeah. Which grandmother?
My mother's mother.
Okay. Yeah, a South African.
Yeah, and in the house it was my grandmother, me, cousins. About 7 cousins to be exact. Because there were 12 of us living in one house.
Yeah.
You understand? And then it was my uncle's wife. She came from Limpopo. And then their son, who also came from Limpopo.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that I think of it, because I was with my uncle in the US at one time. Yeah. We didn't have a family then. Yeah.
Okay. You came. They sent you this side with your grandmother. Moki Street. With the family, cousins or one.
So life then changed rapidly. Now I come from this beautiful place that I called home, and now I have to live inside because of so much that happened back home. My father later was in the entertainment industry as much as he was a politician.
Entertainment? What type of entertainment?
He was a rap musician to be exact. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of these other hanger-ons and initially started becoming a problem for me there. That's how he landed in South Africa. But when he landed here, he came with the architectural aspect of all of this establishment. Amongst, you understand? So when he went back that side, I was this side. Actually, he was planning a life for us this side because the big job was now on this side. So he was saying goodbye to that music. But then it became a problem when he went to Interscope and all of them looking for his money and all of that. And Bad Boy Records and also Defo Records was in the picture and all of that. A lot of shit happened that led to him actually getting killed and shot down in Las Vegas in 1986 on the 26th of September.
So your father was killed?
Yeah, was murdered.
Yo, why do you think he was killed? Because of the music or the political side of him and being a Black Panther?
Him on his own was this great person. On his own, he was this great, cool person.
Yeah.
On the second side of things of life, money is in the picture. Rap music is culture. Hip hop is culture. This side is business.
Yeah.
It's an entertainment. Understand? So a whole lot of money was made from that, and he was using that finance to come and build what he did against this. Yeah. So all of this configuring of all of this finance brought in a whole lot of fights.
Yeah.
Plus, what you face in South Africa today, when you have somebody is jealous, hi, that the somebody is jealous, somebody will kill you for what you do now. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because they don't understand what you do.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
What kills me the most is that they don't want to understand it, but they want to ruin all of it. How does that come? It comes because there are people with linear minds just walking around. Brain is empty, doing nothing. There's no education in the person's life, so they can't do what you are doing. So then they tend and say, "I'm gonna kill this one." You understand what I'm saying? That's how. When I look at things, that's how my dad got killed.
Okay, so your father was killed.
Mm-hmm.
In what year?
1996.
Where was he killed?
He was killed in the US.
In the US, yeah. And where was your mother when he was killed?
She was also in the US.
In the US.
I was with my grandmother and cousins in Davidson.
In Davidson, Komoti, ne?
I was watching. The last time I actually saw him on television was when he was at his VMA awards. I understand with BT and MTV, and that was the last time I ever saw him dead around that era.
So he was also in the awards, and so it means he was very important.
My dad is Tupac.
Wow. So, okay, did you have a picture of your father?
He's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. He's in my mind. He's in my life. Yeah.
So if we go onto the internet, we can find his picture or maybe his video.
His music videos, everything about him is online. Google did not arrive because South Africa woke up. Google has been around maybe from 1940s, 1920s. Already internet was already available by then.
So if I fetch my phone, we can Google him
right now.
Yeah,
and you still find a picture of him right now. His music, everything, his life, documentaries, everything about him. Some of those featured clips about him were fragmented, whereby some of the truth about it was shifted out of place. But most of the truth about him is what people know.
I didn't know who you are this important. Okay, man. Let's Google.
Alright. No, ask me.
Okay. YouTube or Google?
Google.
Okay.
Google is better because Google will also give you the history of this person. You'll read something. YouTube, you'll only watch. But Google is important because it has an educational aspect to it, whereby you'll also be able to read about this person.
Okay. Yeah.
So I must type it out. What do you say? Okay. There you go.
Yeah, this is your father.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah. How come? This is Tupac.
Yeah.
So Tupac is your father?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. How is that possible?
I was born.
Yeah?
Yeah. Around 86, he and my mother met.
Yeah. No. Level lang mo. Motho a re Tupac ke papa. Tupac. Explain now. Because now I don't believe this story.
Okay, my dad and mom met in '86, New York City to be exact. Oakland, New York City.
1986, nah?
Yeah,
They met.
Oakland, New York City. My mom went to school in the US. By 1982, she had a qualification in communication and marketing.
Yeah.
Before she came back to South Africa.
Okay.
I understand what I'm saying. So in '86 they met while my mother and grandmother were still that side because of Black Panther movement, which includes Lutheran churches from Martin Luther King and all of those guys.
Yes.
The Baptist churches as well. You understand what I'm saying? So in that time, you must remember my mother and my grandmother left South Africa, migrated to the US for a better life. You understand?
Yeah.
So when they arrived that side, they were helped by ministers from churches.
Exactly.
My father, who had my grandmother, Afeni, on one side, they were still poor at that time in New York. You understand? So that's how they met.
Tupac was your father. Tupac is your father.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Make me believe. I want to believe. But I don't believe.
I don't know how I must make you believe. I don't know what you want me to do. There's nobody I can call. But you can take what I'm saying and later developments.
Well, I mean, if Tupac was my father, I would be very important.
In what retrospect?
I would be maybe a celebrity. Like, I would be. Sure, I don't know. I would be
in the US.
Someone well known, like known all around the world.
Okay. Now,
someone with maybe inheritance of a lot of money from my father. Yeah.
Inheritance I do have. I won't lie and say I don't.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't use it or use all of it does not mean that it's something that I don't have. You must remember, if I was to chase after my father's inheritance, I still have a lot of money sitting at Interschool. I still have a lot of money sitting in that road. I still have a lot of money sitting in the Maccabi. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Getting hold of that finance requires me to go back home under my existing birth certificate.
Okay. Which okay, you were born in the United States.
Yes.
So then you came here. Are you a citizen of the United States or a citizen of South Africa?
In the United States because of my birth certificate.
Yeah.
Which indicates my surname, all my names, plus my ID numbers. I am stated as a federal of the United States. I belong to the United States.
Yeah.
Now I do not have a United States ID. Why? Because in 1990 I come to South Africa, and then in 1995 I moved to South Africa.
It means you have a South African ID.
I have a South African ID.
Yeah.
Yes. That was put in place for me here because I spent most of my life here. When my mother and my father moved back to the United States in 1994, 1995, my mother comes back to South Africa in 1988. Why? Because my father passes on 1986. In that time, I'm with my grandmother in Thtvutton. No education whatsoever. Why? Because my parents were not with me, and here I was also with a very sick old lady sitting at home, waiting for my mom to return. Yeah. And when my mom returned, that was when I started school. By then, for me, it was way late. I was in using the South African ID. I can say I was age 10. Because I'm born 86, but my South African ID states that I'm born 88.
Mm.
86, 29 February. And then South African ID states 88, 29 February.
Mm.
Why is that so? It was somebody stupid that was put in place. What? Just took my age and fucking brought it down. But then I understand because I was already here.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
It took my mother and the connections that she made for me to have an actual ID in South Africa.
Mm.
I still have my original birth certificate.
What is it written in terms of full names?
State of California, that I was born that side.
Mm.
One thing I can remember is the hospital name, but it's in California, LA.
Yeah.
Thando, Ttvutton, Shako.
What is it written? The certificate.
Those are my names.
Yeah.
Thando, Ttvutton, Shako.
So that's what is written on the birth certificate.
On my original birth certificate, my
yeah.
first birth certificate.
Yes.
On my ID, my South African ID, only Thando Sibiya exists. Why my dad was able to get us a Sibiya surname in South Africa.
Okay, so so your father just took the surname. Didn't you use maybe your mother's surname?
No, you must remember my mother's original surname is Sihlo.
Sihlo.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the US, married to my father, she's Shako.
Mm.
My father was now living a new life in South Africa, whereby the hanger-ons I was telling you about, that he left the life that he was officially living that side, made him get us a new surname this side.
Okay.
As a Sibiya.
Sibiya.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's how the Sibiya surname came. Plus, he got married to my mother in South Africa again. That's why my mother always has a wedding band on.
Okay, so
and she's never shown me any other nigga.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
So your mother got married to your father here
Again
in South Africa. Yeah. And she was also married that side.
Yeah. And she's never shown me another nigga.
So your father, Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
Died in 1996. Okay.
26 September.
Okay. So how did you hear? When did you hear about it?
What happened was.
Yeah.
Now that you're asking a question, so I'm in Moki. It's 1995. Right? There are television sets, but not many television sets.
Yeah.
I understand. I watched the World Cup. I cheered Ttvutton. It's like the South African Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
That's what was trending when I cheered. Nelson Mandela picking up the trophy, being one with all of the white guys and all of that.
Yes.
You understand? So I was introduced to television. Cable is what we call it back home. You understand? So when I was watching cable, it so happens that in the year 1996, I was still with my grandmother, but I was not with my mother. I was not with my father, who I last saw in 1995. You understand what I'm saying? So as I was watching CNN News on CCTV in South Africa, there was no SABC at the time. It was still being built. Yeah. So there was CCTV.
Was it one channel?
CCTV.
Yeah.
Oh, it had Mnet, it had BBC, it had Cube, but CCTV was transmitting world news.
Also in South Africa, we had how many channels?
We had CCTV.
That's all.
Which had Mnet and CNN News.
But it's still one channel.
Still one channel.
Oh, okay.
Understand? So
before SABC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I already knew who my parents were by then, and my cousins and my family already knew. Plus, some of the people who lived in Ttvutton are American, so they also knew who my dad is. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, like, we're talking about a person who's got photos here, who walked here, you understand me? With people who live here, people who still exist here. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So it just so happens one morning that I'm watching CCTV and I'm watching CNN News.
Yes.
And while I'm watching CNN News, I saw such nice BMW being parked in Las Vegas. And prior to turning the volume up, I found out that about 2 nights before that, my dad had been gunned down
Hey,
in the States.
how did you feel?
At that time, I can say I'm age 7, age 8. Understand? It it shook me.
Yeah.
It shook me more because I'm in a community that's uneducated. So nobody really understood what was happening. And as a kid myself, I'm wondering to myself, that's my dad that they say got shot just now. And I haven't seen my dad and my mom in like a year. From there, my grandmother on the one side, I was in the living room alone. You understand what I'm saying? The news broke out in the morning while I was watching. I ran to my grandmother and told me, hey, they say my dad got shot, my dad got shot. She didn't pay attention to me. You understand what I'm saying? Only later when it was full in the living room, when my family was sitting with us, that they got to find out that my dad got shot.
Yeah.
And you must know one thing, South Africa has not introduced telephones at the time, but we have a cell phone, which was this big thing. I don't know if you know Jay-Z. He's got a music video, Song Cry, and in that music video, he's got a huge ass cell phone like that he's using.
Jay-Z, yeah.
Those cell phones were available in South Africa because there was no landline at the time.
Okay.
Understand? So I couldn't pick up the phone, call my mom, ask her, hey, are you guys okay? What? My grandmother couldn't do the same. But later on in the evening, I was sitting with the whole family in our living room because they wanted to see the news and see what am I on about. Outside, nobody knew who Tupac was. Tupac only goes big in South Africa in the years 1998 up until today.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody was that educated around me about the best place. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody could understand what's going on. In fact, my dad being Tupac was the biggest joke whereby at the time whereby he just got shot. I carried on to watch television for the coming week after my dad got shot. My dad died 6 days later. Doesn't die on the day that they shot him. 6 years later.
Oh, he goes to hospital.
He goes to hospital. 6 days later, it's reported Tupac dies in hospital in New York City. In California.
So how did you feel? Did you cry?
I cried my whole life, man. You know why? Because he became this trending thing, this exciting thing. And I was watching that unfold in front of me. People showed me love. People like perfect. One guy is chilling. He understood me very well. He knew who I was. Understand? A lot of other people knew who I was. Because the primarily knew who I was.
Yeah.
My dad, those are the people who comforted me and said, hey, you know what happened here?
To your father?
Yeah.
Who is Tupac?
Marumo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it hit me my whole life. I only get to see my mother in the year 1998. By the time she sees me, I'm way grown.
Oh, okay. So your father dies 1996, no?
Yeah.
Then afterwards, what happens? Until he's no longer alive, your mother obviously
He's still in the US.
Yeah. Well, what does she do? She comes back or she keeps working or what?
Well, my mother got a qualification in 1982 as a marketing and communication administrator.
Yeah.
So she was still in the US also finalizing a couple of things before she came back. Understand? She only comes back to South Africa 1998.
That's like 2 years after.
Yeah. By then I'm way
Yeah.
degraded. All the nice clothes that I came with, all the Timberlands, white sneakers, they've already been taken by the community. Because when we arrive here, nobody has nothing.
So you are like everyone else now.
Yeah. I was a fatherless child and a motherless child for quite some time.
Okay. You stayed here in Ttvutton, Moki for how long then?
Just give it 5 years.
Okay.
So
let's say 1994 maybe to 1990.
No,
2000, yeah.
1995 to 2000 to year 2001. I was in Thtvutton.
Okay.
And then we moved to.
Oh, so she came back and she joined you. Your
My
mother.
mother comes back 1998.
She joined you in Moki. She joined you and your grandmother and your cousins.
And my cousins. But my mom had to leave me again.
Yes.
To go and try and find a life again in South Africa. Because now, you must remember 1990, we all left when we came in the sun.
Oh, you left to where?
USA. And then
with your mom?
With my parents and my grandma. Remember 1990 I was here. Then I leave again with my parents back to the US so that I can carry on with school, acting life career that I had.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And in 1995, I bang into the picture because I came back here with my grandma. You understand what I'm saying? But my mom and my dad were still in the US.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
Prior from studying, she was working.
Exactly. 1996, your father died.
1996, my father passes on. Doesn't matter.
Then 1998,
my mother comes
back.
Yeah.
Then
she has to leave me again. I see my mother for like a month or two. She has to leave again. By then, we already have my house. The house that I'm living in.
This one, Mosala.
Yeah. Understand? When they finished building Ttvutton, I again rebuilt my house and turned it into what it is. And I was the only person living in such a house. That was another big problem on its own because there wasn't a lot of education. So there was nothing.
You can say that your mother came back from the United States 1998 and she bought the house for you.
No, she didn't buy the house. We owned this place. We owned the house too.
Okay. Since your father was responsible for constructing this community
showcase.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your house.
That's my house.
It belongs to you. Not to anyone else, but to you, Thando, Sibiya.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 98, she comes back for like a month or two, but leaves again.
Yeah.
There's no school for me at that time. In fact, we're going hungry. Understand? So when she arrived, my mother arrived here.
She arrives while you were in
Thtvutton.
Yeah.
Understand? To find her family plus the community at large, which had grown because Africa falls down into South Africa.
People are migrating to South
Africa
for a better life.
They arrive here and educated.
You
understand? Close to me, I was living with people from Lesotho. You understand? Those are in 1998 to 2000. I was mostly seen with people from Lesotho.
Okay.
Because they migrated from Lesotho to Thtvutton, Chris Hani. That's how Chris Hani was established. The Chris Hani that we know, Gabon. Yeah, that's how they were established. People from Lesotho came to live in Chris Hani. So I now had new friends that I was learning this life that I was living with. Hence, I was able to write a book called Chippy 28.
Yeah.
I wrote that book based on true events that happened when I was still living in Thtvutton with people from Lesotho. And in that book, I was studying what is this? A tornado that takes place back home where I'm from.
Yeah.
Understand? People, a lot of people died because of tornadoes. A lot of heartaches came from tornadoes. So when I was in South Africa, there's an insect that I came across that I called tornado TPS to understand. Whereby every time there was dust, you'll find that that dust creates something like a tornado. So I used to take plastic and while it was dust, and I would tap that dust and try and study what's inside the plastic. So I found out that there's actually an insect inside it. So that's how I came to a discovery of how tornadoes came to be. It was caused by a little insect that was scared when it faced problems. But let's move back to 1998. So my mother leaves again. When she comes back with Mina. You understand what I'm saying?
1998, your mother
Comes back with Mina.
comes back to South Africa from America. Oh, with Mina, the white lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they both leave me. They leave me with these people that I was with.
Your grandmother.
Yeah.
They leave you to go where?
There was no money for me at the time. I remember my dad has just passed on and my mom can't really fight for my dad's money because my dad got shot for his money.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So she had this life that she had because of the qualification. So she was able to come back to South Africa and start a new existing life. You understand? She's been with me ever since. You understand? But
yeah.
Year 2000 comes for me because I spent 5 years in
Wait,
Haiti.
your mother comes back. You said you spent only a few months with her.
Yeah, about 2.
Yeah. Then she goes where and does what?
Well, only my mother can answer the question, but she's been with Mina her whole life. They live in Springs. They've been living in Springs since. But before then, we lived.
But it's like all you know is that she was going to hustle, going to work, so that she can feed you.
Yeah, that's basically what's been happening. But year 2000 comes into the picture. So I moved.
When you were going to school, where? What school was it?
Remember, from 95 up until year 2000, there was no school for me in South Africa.
Oh, you were not going to school?
There was no school for anybody around there. Maybe after they finished building Mosala Primary School in Hokley, and what is this? There's another one by Mamaso. Do you know Ttvutton?
Not that one.
Not that well. Okay, these 3 schools that I just mentioned were put in place. So in the year 1998, that's when I can say I started going to class in South Africa, but I did not learn shit there. Nothing was till year 2000 comes into the picture. Year 2000, I moved from Ttvutton to Crystal Park.
Oh, you're staying in Moki, then you moved to Crystal Park.
And that's when life started.
Move to whose house?
My house.
Yeah? No, who? Your father's house or your mother's?
It's my mother's house that my parents put my uncle in place to take care of that house.
What street is it?
Clydesdale.
Address maybe?
We can't give out an address right now. There's somebody else living there.
Oh, okay. So it's no longer under your family?
It is under me.
Yeah? Serious?
Yeah. I just chose not to go fight for that house because now the person that they had put in place to take care of me in that house gave the house to the wife sold that house.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I don't know how she sold the house because the papers are still in existing names. So she legally sold that house. So it became now a big issue and a big problem.
Yeah.
In South Africa that we live in, people just pop each other for no fucking reason and so on. So as small as I was, I just thought to myself, let's wait until I'm older and see what really happens. Once I have a proper lawyer in place, then I can just get my property back, sell it, and go buy a new property. That's all.
Mm.
So year 2000 comes into the picture,
Oh, you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm introduced to Crystal Park Primary.
Mm.
Yeah, life began because learning began.
Yeah.
Understand? Now it's at a time whereby South Africa had the best teachers from all over the world. Understand? All of my best teachers, none of them black, all of them white.
Mm.
I had teachers from Spain, Ukraine, United States, Europe, Asia, Turkey, and there's one more country in between Turkey and Russia. It's Russia. Yeah.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's a different life from us.
Mm.
Those people that I was in class with
Yeah.
are the people I introduced to you as IS for life to come and help me teach these people here
Yeah.
what a civilization is. Because there was none of that when we got here.
Okay.
So I needed that gang that I went to primary school with to come and help teach this gang that's following me around here to have a life.
Also, bokena skolo le bonhlakanipho. So,
Yeah,
ba di IS.
yeah. I start in class.
Yeah.
Now we are in a school whereby we are on TV. Primary, we are on TV. Just by being
TV doing what?
on crazy, baby.
Crazy.
ETV comes into the picture in the year 2001. ETV was established in place.
Yeah.
And as they were running their broadcast transmissions, they also put a camera and what is this? Presenters in place for Crystal Park Primary. And coming from a charismatic school like that, you learn how to become a musician, a dancer, plus the education you get. Life becomes this amazing thing. You understand? So
yes.
we had television. Our school was on television. You understand? Young actors, young entrepreneurs. Yeah. And life just began.
So you walked to school?
From home.
Yes.
Yeah. Used to walk right to the park.
Yeah.
My friends. I had a friend called Bushe. I had a friend called Kakreho that I assaulted. I assaulted him because he turned his back against me and started talking a whole lot of shit about a nigga. So I ended up teaching a nigga a lesson, but in a wrong way because I lived with that my whole life and I'm very sorry about it. I was a child. Please don't take me wrong, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
Okay. Then 2000 onwards.
2000 onwards, life changes. I introduce you to IS with this crew.
Oh, Eric Ivan. Oh, 2000.
Oh, I met you in 2003. By then it had blown static, man. They used to call me Asha, man. They used to call me Asha.
I remember the moonwalk, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so life was amazing. But then that was, I think the government initially put that life in place for that existing group of generational people. Remember, it's Crystal Primary, the first students that arrived. Then it's the second group of generation that came, and then it was my generation. Because the generation that comes after mine doesn't have the courtesy that we had with the teachers that we had. You understand what I'm saying? So, different life.
Okay, so after 2000, when did you come back this side?
Okay, I was maneuvering through all sides. I was in Ttvutton, Crystal Park.
Okay.
I was checking on my grandmother. I had a place this side. Understand? Whereby I met you. The reason why I was coming this side was because I met you guys.
Who was living this side?
Okay, I can say my relative, Sonora, China.
Yeah, living with who?
He was living alone.
Alone?
Yeah, so my mother would check.
Yeah, he was young. How can you live alone being so young?
My man, there was a big mess, but yet again, if you are educated, you can do whatever you want because you live on it.
Okay.
You don't need a parent if you got education. You can think straight. You can act right.
Hmm.
You know things.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If your child has no education, they turn into that.
Hmm.
Not knowing what to do. Can't even wipe their own nose.
Okay. So Sangoba is living alone here, looking after the
Himself
house.
and the house.
Or while your mother and Aunt Mina, maybe they are in Springs or somewhere working.
North Meets and Pinot, yeah. And also the US itself.
Then when at Crystal Park with your grandmother.
My grandmother is in Ttvutton.
Moki.
Yeah,
so who were you living with?
I'm in Crystal Park with my uncle's new wife, the child, and the child.
Or your uncle's wife,
yeah,
in Crystal Park. Yes, yes.
But I was just going home to sleep. Who I was with? I was with the class. Yeah, I was with the community of Crystal Park. Yeah. Yeah. IS for life.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are my people. Those are my peeps. That's my family. Those are people I can say, yeah, these people took care of me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was living with my uncle and the child and the wife in their house, but because I don't have parents, I was sort of like treated a little bit different, and they didn't take my education very serious. So I had to take my own education first. Yeah. Because of the advisors and CB from the teachers, and I couldn't let them down anyway. Plus, the students I was with are amazing. They helped me keep this up. Yeah, couldn't let go.
So this side, when did you come this side, Momo City Con?
After 5 years of living in Crystal Park.
Maybe at what grade?
Let's put it like this. 2003. Yeah. I was introduced to CityCon again. Understand? Yeah. But then 2003, another life began. You must remember, I'm from Ttvutton now. In Ttvutton, it wasn't just me. I was raised by gangsters too. I was with 51 Cent, Diluma Chiva. Understand? Yeah. He later becomes an artist that's signed by a dope establishment in South Africa named Tears Records, whereby he introduces me to Bangladesh, and now we're writing music. Yeah. Yes, different. It's a whole lot of things that I did before and then. Oh, so yeah, you said you were migrating from Crystal Park, maybe Ttvutton, then this side, and back and forth, until you were permanent here in CityCon. I can't really say permanent, but I'm permanent now because I'm this old now and I need to start life now. I need to find myself a wife, have a kid that I will live with here. Okay. But I spent 5 years in Crystal Park. It's like 2005, I was back here. I was in CityCon. Yeah, 2005. Yeah, so I did Crystal Park from year 2000 up until 2005. Understand what I'm saying? And it was that life. Okay, from 2005. So you were, now until when I saw you, you were Thando, you were with Aunt Mina. When you met me, I was with a white girl, a class. Exactly. A white person. Yeah, then you were hello. You were with your mother. Yeah. What's your mother's name? Okay, my mom, Marumo, put my mom, Junior Nipoli, Sibiya, in place. Do I know your real mom? No. Maybe. I don't know her. How often did you come to my house? It was not that often. How many people did you meet in my house? Aunt Mina, the white lady. Okay. Then Sangoba. Yeah, Sangoba. And then my mother, the one you know as my mother. Yeah, she light, a bit light in skin color. Yeah, everybody is light. I'm the only one who's dark. I'll explain why I'm this dark. I'm light because in between. Your father. Because I'm light indigenized. I got bent by a whole lot of sun coming to South Africa. And then I spent some time in Limpopo. And the sun is hectic hot outside. And I also did Ghana and all of those places.
So I know your mother.
Nah? No, I don't think you know my real mother. Because you're asking me that question.
So the lady that I know
is okay. Everybody's been with me is my family.
Who's that lady?
Everybody's been with me is my family. You probably met my mother before she passed on, because my mother passed on in 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking you, who did you meet at my place? Because my mother has 2 other sisters.
Yeah.
And these people are triplets.
Yo.
And they all look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time we complain substance.
That's my mother.
Ah, yeah.
That's my mother.
Yeah.
When you were still sleeping at my place, man. Yeah, that's my mom.
So your mother passed away?
Yeah, my mom passed away.
Hey, man. Can't be killing guy when she passed away, because I don't remember.
I had a life anyway. Because I was existing in 3 places, Ttvutton, here.
Yeah.
But besides that, there's also Marumo. There's Johannesburg. There's Durban. All of those places, while I was with you, I had already started residing and existing in all of those places.
Where was she buried?
Ttvutton.
Where?
Pumlani section.
Pumlani ki?
Yeah.
Pumlani khona mo Tshwatshwa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mom is South African. She's not from the US.
Yeah.
So her bone has to do with the South African people.
Exactly.
My dad's bone is with American people. And then my grandmother's bone is still here as well. Those are the only people that passed on. My grandmother passed on. Both my parents passed on, plus both my grandmothers passed on.
Oh, when did your grandmother pass away?
Okay, my grandmother passes on in 2012. And then Afeni passes on in 2016.
Sorry?
My grandmother, my mother's side, 2012.
Yeah.
Afeni, my father's side, 2016.
While she's where?
I just explained 2 grandmothers.
Yes.
One in the US, one in South Africa.
The one in the US, where did she pass away? While she was here, or that
no,
side?
That side. She was this side because she needed my DNA.
Okay, she passes away where? In South Africa?
No, in the US. She comes to South Africa for my DNA.
What?
I can prove again. You must remember, I left the US 1995. I've never stepped in the US since. I stepped in the US illegal. Yes, I admit. Because music then came into the picture. I had Lil Snoop as an artist.
Okay. Do you still have your certificate from America?
Yeah.
Remind
but
me.
I didn't use it to enter illegal.
Remind me of the names. What is it written in order as they are in your certificate?
I'm California state
citizen. Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
With the California State Hospital that's put in place. I just can't remember the name.
Yes.
Understand? Then comes my birth certificate number. Understand? And then that's it.
Yeah, your names in order.
Thando, Ttvutton, Shako.
Thando, Ttvutton, Shako. And you are
Sibiya in South Africa.
Tupac's father, Tupac's son.
Yeah.
And your father is who?
Tupac Shako. Tupac Amaru Shako.
Okay. Now I thought that Tito is your...
Tito is my name.
Is your... Okay, are you willing to bring proof of that certificate? I don't.
Yeah.
I need proof that.
It's not with me. That's why I'm thinking. This guy. Understand?
Hmm.
Obviously,
I'm
Mama
gonna now. I
Junior
need
Sibiya.
evidence.
Obviously, Mama Junior Sibiya. She's got
Yeah.
everything of mine. Understand?
Hmm.
That is how I was able to get an ID in South Africa. I was able to show proof of my birth certificate.
Hmm.
That's how I got citizenship here. That's how I got legalized here.
Yeah, but you must remember to bring me
Mm-hmm.
that certificate.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought Tido was your nickname.
No, Tito is not my
Something
nickname.
invented.
No, Tito is my name.
How?
Tido.
Yes,
I got
sis.
people calling themselves Tito outside here. Don't even know what the name means.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Son of the devil.
Tupac Marueta.
Must remember we're talking about somebody very educated here and very political.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say. And also the name Thando. It's Thando in South Africa because that's how people pronounce it. It's quite the way I'm from.
It's
Quite
quite. But how do you spell the name?
Thando as Oxford Dictionary.
Wait, Thando.
Do. But it's pronounced quite.
Okay.
It's pronounced Thando this side.
Yeah.
People this side are the people with the TH effect.
Mm.
And you must remember there wasn't a lot of education when we were out here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like all your names were given by your father or both your father
My
and
parents.
your parents.
Yeah.
But the influence, your names and their influence, is it American or a mixture of South African and
None of my names are any other language but English.
Yes.
Thando is not a Zulu name.
Yeah, come on. I mean, I thought it was a Zulu name. Thando.
It's an English name. You understand?
It's an English name.
Thando. Yeah. Quattro.
Which means?
You remember the word. Love of Africa.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. So, have you ever met anyone who has the same name as you, Thando?
Well, names started popping out. My name started popping out after I arrived here. Everybody else who's got my name is younger than me. Nobody older, nobody my age in this country and anywhere else in the world.
Okay.
Everybody else who's using the name Thando, they use it because they came across me somehow. And everybody else who's got that name is not my age and is way, way younger than me.
Okay.
If you're saying they are older than me, they are at least a year or 2 years to 3 years younger than me. But none of them would ever stand above me and say, my name is Thando. You? I don't think your parents know who you are.
Yeah.
Well, that comes because if you don't educate yourself, then you wanna take whatever is existing and put in place without you not even knowing the history of where that name comes from.
Yeah.
Understand?
Ish.
To me, when somebody calls out my name,
It has a meaning.
Thando, it has a meaning,
Attached
a real
to
meaning
it, yes.
attached to it. Now you're gonna give your child my name.
Ish.
You still can't explain what my name means to your child till today. Why? Because when education was brought to the picture, you just refused it. But you wanna use education. It's like driving a car without having a license or even learning how to drive. You just wanna drive. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. None of my names are any other language but English. And none of them are nicknames, they're actually real names.
So, really go the year.
No, go taba ya birth certificate if I can provide proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, now I need proof.
Right now, I can provide my ID. That's all I can provide for now. Here's my license, here's my ID. I believe I'm the only one with the ID like that, even though everybody has a smart card. Like, take your smart card, South African smart card out right now. I'm the only one with one like that. Mine's got gloss and a gloss gold print in it. Look careful.
Yeah. Why is yours special?
Because I'm American.
Gloss effing.
Go get your ID quick.
Now I have the green book.
You have the green book?
I don't have this one.
Okay. Mine has got a gold Impala inside.
Impala.
That gold is Impala. Plus the blind man's head.
Regular the parents.
Joe, can I please use the toilet here? Yeah. Shut.
Okay, so you said your ID is special, né? The proof is in the pudding. Okay.
It's in a gold.
Kids, we've got two IDs.
We don't show the barcode.
Okay.
Otherwise, people are fraudulent people. You can show the face, yes, but you never show the barcode of anybody's ID or passport because that's how fraud exists.
Okay, cool. Let's hold them like this. Two IDs. Until since you from the US, and you said your ID is special. What's special about it?
It's everything that exists on the barcode. It's everything that exists on the barcode.
Okay, it's special because of the barcode.
Yeah, this barcode can tell you about my life.
Okay.
Can tell you when I was born, where I was born. And it can also tell you where I've been, like offices. It can tell you where I used to work.
Yeah.
Because everybody is registered using their ID.
So
you were looking for something amazing.
Well, I was.
Okay, let's look at it. Maybe there is. Bring it back. How do you see the difference here?
There's no difference.
Move this hand properly. What do you see the difference here? Something is very glossy here that is not here.
Yeah, they look the same, man. There's nothing special about this ID.
Look carefully.
Come on, being close, yeah. There has to be something.
Look carefully. Maybe you're the one who doesn't want to see it.
Let's we move on to.
I got my driver's license, my PDP here, and also what else do I keep here? You see.
Okay, which one are you willing to show on the camera?
TV license. Not everybody knows what a TV license looks like. This is a TV license.
Okay, Marumo, it's a mirror image. Yeah, this is a TV license.
I don't have my glasses on, but I know this ID might help you. Okay. That's a TV license. Yeah. Alright.
And anyway, MJ Sibiya.
Yeah.
Come on, MJ.
Michael Jackson.
Come on, man.
MJ, it's my mom.
Your mother, what's her name?
Junior.
And the J?
It's Junior.
Junior.
Yeah.
Yo. So
I got this. This is my NRC ID.
NRC
National Credit Regulator.
Are you comfortable showing your? Okay, I'll show this.
All sorts of IDs, yeah, man. Nigga is legal and shit. Yeah.
NIC.
Yeah.
With a National Credit Regulator.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So that literally means that if one day you wanna buy a house, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is come to me, and I'll help you with your credit. And once I help you with your credit, you are then able to go to the bank and they can help you with your credit.
Yes.
I don't know what year was. I don't remember what year was this, but this is my other ID from college.
Ingweti student card, Ttvutton campus.
Yeah.
Or this one. Key. Hey, this man has been around you.
Okay, let's get the bank cards out of the way. Okay, everybody needs a library card.
Momo.
Everybody
Konje
needs
ba bitsang library
showcase. And then everybody needs a lawyer card. You need some form of legal individual to represent you in case something happens.
Bongani Chauke.
Yeah.
That's your lawyer.
Bongani Chauke and also Hemen Puyo. I worked with Hemen Puyo. I taught Thabo Seku.
Yeah.
Understand? I enjoyed myself with Shapir Sheikh in Beria, KZN, Durban, at the restaurant.
Oh, I can show it. Ne? I can just hide.
What's that?
ID.
Oh, yeah, you can show it, no problem.
Let me hide a few numbers. Ne?
Yeah, just as long as you don't show the background.
Oh, Khuchukuri. When you were born,
86. But I was given an 88.
In terms of day of the year, King
29 of February.
Yeah, you were born February leap year.
Yeah, I'm a leap year.
So your birthday comes after how long?
4 years.
That's it. Kunzima for lona, ne?
Well, that's how there's something they're counting within that 4 years. I'm just not sure what. I didn't educate myself that far. Understand? But I know that there's something that they're counting within that 4 years, which is my age. I actually look like a kid.
Yeah.
Because most of the kids that are walking around here look my age. But I look 20 something. And I'm 36 this year. In retrospect, I'm 38.
Yeah.
But you find that there's a 21-year-old who looks my age here. And when I'm at clubs, I face problems. That's why I carry ID around, because they think I'm 21, 22. So I constantly have to show them my ID. That's what they counting with leap years. Most niggas who are born in leap year don't really age. You're mainly young.
Yeah.
And I believe keeping young is exercise. Watching what you eat, what you drink. So you keep looking as good, man. I'm saying, yeah. Can I smoke it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, here's another card. Lawyer card.
So now when we met, before we are closing now.
When we met.
We'll continue.
When we met.
Yeah. Me and you.
Okay.
Since I grew you were my childhood friend.
Yeah.
So
okay.
How did we meet?
I saw you dancing.
Yes.
Because I was a break dancer.
So we're dancing, guy.
I saw you dancing here in the States.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll come back to this one. Because I was a break dancer.
Yeah.
And I was in music with 51 Cent, Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
TS Records, and all of these guys. But I wasn't introduced to TS Records. I was with Gilly because I was with Gilly and I had this side. Understand? So, plus I had IS.
Yeah.
In Crystal Park.
Yes.
So, bringing those guys to this life now started a whole big franchise for me.
Yeah. Which
existed in the entertainment space. And my friends from Crystal Park, those guys, we received the best education in the world.
Yeah.
We have marketing people, we have communication people, we have management people, we have events people. And all of those people put what I'm talking about in existence at that time. Hence, we were able to carry it over for like 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Before we ended the brand in 2007.
So we'll continue another time.
Yeah. And I'll be wearing
Yeah.
yeah. Hope I get a girlfriend. Hello. Still Ttvutton, nothing changed, baby. Shout out to Sekhovela. You gotta meet this guy, man. He's amazing. It's a childhood friend that helped me keep up who I am.
Yeah. I'm happy we spoke about this because Nat didn't know who we're not. You're from the now Chomi Agamo City con more.
And that's what you know.
So much I know I am from the United States. This guy.
I gotta document this. Well,
so I'm surprised.
You know why? We didn't spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
And I disappeared for a lot of time. Understand? I had a life in KZN, I had a life in Cape Town. And all I was doing that to just help other people. Plus, I was doing it to help myself.
Yeah.
Employment is a problem in South Africa. And me going to those places helped me understand why employment is a problem in South Africa. And because I'm alone, there's nothing I could do about it then.
Yeah.
But knowing what I know now and the people I know in my life. Yeah.
A shout out to your family.
Yes, Trace. Wherever you are in Miami, man. Keep a nice fly woman for me out there.
Yeah.
Who else? Ttvutton Production. I love you guys.
Who's that? That's your company.
That's my employees.
Yeah. Okay.
Ttvutton Lifestyle. Shout out to you guys as well. Shout out to everybody I've been with in my life. From Crystal Park Primary, right down to College SA. I can't mention BC.
Thando, Sibiya, Ttvutton from CityCon.
Thando,
Sure. Exactly. Sure. Yo. Bye-bye.